TI5 with, if I remember correctly. It was super popular AUI on the techies. I just don't feel this is a real hero. Every single time I see the hero, I think it's some kind of a meme.
Let's have a look. So memes can be incredibly powerful nowadays. Let's see if it's got enough power in it to get Fnatic the victory. They had a tough game one, a good opening to game one, but it quickly went downhill. ZG just completely took over. Let's see if Fnatic can get this one going any differently. Looking at the lane setups, we have Arteezy starting farming down on the bottom lane, backed up by Fly. It's going to be into this tri lane at the moment of Fnatic, Raven, DJ, and Jabz all down here. Of course, leaving the Enigma, Masaros to play on his own on the solo lane top against iceiceice in the 1v1. Now mid lane, the Spirits, Moon on the Ember versus
bottom lane. They're gonna go on him. Silence from Techies.
There we go. I mean, the tri lane's got to do this. You know, you're laning like this. If you're Fnatic, you're looking for the kills, and what better way to start it off by taking Arteezy out of the lane?
Like Mirana and Vibrant, they're really not strong in a tri lane. Neither is Naga Siren. They need to be careful about the techies. Like if they keep having this tri lane, and Vibrant, especially level 1, you have Arctic Burn, Splinter Blast. You know, once you get the levels, if you can get to level 3, it's fine. But compared to the tag team, like it's just so much damage coming out from the Tusk, and of course the techies blast off. You need to be careful about that. Techies peeping mid. It's a ganking techies.
Oh, here we go, Jabz. He's coming in with a blast off. Oh. A little short on it there. Abed's still getting low, but the pulse is out before the sleight of fist. No damage to be done there by Moon. And it's going to be an active techie. We'll see Jabz sweeping up and down the map, looking for opportunities to blast off.
There it is. A tip. Well-deserved tip. This is a kind of a rotation that we've seen multiple times, where position force is out into the trees. It's so much easier to execute. I mean, it's only doable when you're playing Radiant, pretty much.
Snap on him. She's trying to get aggressive onto Raven. The blast off from Jabz comes over towards Arteezy. Arteezy getting taken down low by the tag team. Arteezy's got to run. He's into the trees and he's away. Still live. Fnatic themselves also very low. Let's get Arteezy salved up. Same to be said for Raven. Both Jabz, DJ not actually having any HP regen out themselves. Will stay low. Turn towards Crypt. Crypt's level 2. No chance of catching him. It's available.
We're making this game easier for our observers. You know, tri lane versus tri lane, mid. I don't think anyone's gonna die there. Same goes for the top lane. So just watch the bottom lane. We're gonna be good. But to go back to the top lane a bit, you know, Pangolier by iceiceice, I think he was pretty much the first player that started playing it competitively. Had a couple of videos how to play him. I learned a lot. Like, he's the one who taught me how to play the hero. And when I was like, a vector targeted ability, what is that? I don't have a degree in math, man. I have to watch some videos to know like what's going on.
I don't even know what a vector is. iceiceice certainly does that. So, a good block off onto Masaros here. iceiceice. That's another proc. No, won't quite get it on the next hit, so Masaros will be fine. Masaros got any reaching coming out over towards the bottom. Jabz tries to jump in. He's not going to be able to get the kill. Ends up getting taken down as Fly turns towards him. Again, trying to escape. Chasing on, the Splinter Blast connects. Crypt, he's got the kill. Takes out the 2 of them.
Nicely done. Abed has double damage on the mid lane. They might try to go for him.
Good attempt from the Remnant there. Abed couldn't quite find the angle between the creep waves coming in. Moon will be fine, but will rebuild. Top lane Masaros really wanting to stick in this lane, but stay very low on the HP. iceiceice. He's out of mana though. Trying to build up the bottle. Got himself the clarity in the boots coming out. So we'll manage to keep up the pressure. Top lane going. Pretty much as expected, iceiceice getting the lead on the CS, but of course,
yeah, Swan's buckle is super strong against the Eidolons. We have that extra CS potential. He bought Boots of Speed first to be a bit good. Like, if he gets the proc with North of Venom as well, he might get a kill. Mirana
will be more than fine with the leaps available. Was able to grab that bouncy rim before Jabz. DJ could get on top of him. Back
over towards the mid. 26-7 against the 31 for 7. Moon still with a slight edge. So the all-important move for both of these is going to be that 6-minute rune. It's both heroes absolute killers when it comes to rotating if they get themselves that DD or Arcane.
And both of these spirits very good. And like, EG needs to be a bit more careful because they are playing aggressive tri-lane, which means that they will be closer to the tower, so they're more vulnerable to rotations coming out from the spirit.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane Raven is getting heavily pressured here by just the two of them, Arteezy and Fly. DJ make his way back over to try and get some of this pressure that's getting put on the tower. See over by the runes, Abed will be the one to grab it. Jabz coming in with a blast. Up Abed already away with it. With the astral step himself. Try for the arrow connection, won't quite manage to catch Moon.
What do you think about Techie's performance so far?
I mean, I like the attempts here from Jabz. You know, he's very, very active. He's going from lane to lane, trying to jump in with the blast off, but the impact is, it feels like it's not as great as they kind of need it to be. But
yeah,
when you've got this hero moving
like
around the map.
First one to connect on the Void Spirit. Now he once again dodged it, so a lot of time wasted by Techie. He's a level 3 there, having a tri-lane. There's the blast off.
Well, this time, that will certainly do it. Level 2 blast off, Jabz has the damage. Back up with DJ and his tag team. Cat, crit out.
Enigma going for Necrobook. I like Necrobook unit. Sometimes if you overcommit, if you get that level 3 Necrobook, it feels like you're delaying your Blink Dagger, you're delaying your BKB. This time around they will have Winter Wyvern, which is really nice against the BKB Black Hole, so you're always going to have that covered.
Top, going to be able to get the angle. iceiceice sits him with a swashbuckle crit. Tries to get in on this, but they're turning things around. Black Hole's dropped down from Masaros. The follow-up damage from Jabz and Moon. iceiceice will get punished for that to get him behind the tower. Fnatic going to be a team to let him get away with it.
A bit too deep. Like at one point, Naga Siren will need to bail from the bottom lane, just go to the jungle, because she's not getting too much harm on the bottom lane anymore. And yeah, Arteezy already bailing.
See mid, Abed trying to go for Moon. I'm going to have the snowball. Jabz over the extra punches, taking that tag team. Again, EG losing some of their cores here, as Fnatic are doing an excellent job of reacting to these attempts from EG underneath towers.
Necrobook done on Enigma, just needs to use the courier, then he can start putting some more pressure on the tower. I would love iceiceice to be a bit more active. He can't play aggressively on a Raid King. Raven is having a really good time on this Raid King, going into hand of Midas. Radiance already knows what he's going to be up against. Naga Siren and the Illusion want to have that Radiance as soon as possible. Like, I don't think it's that good of a game for Naga Siren to get the Fusel Blade, even though like it is still a good item build on Naga. Raven can buy a shard, and yeah, I think Arteezy just wants to get like a higher tier item after getting the Manta style.
Abed make a play onto Raven with the back of the iceiceice.
Oh, that's nicely done.
Get it the second time round, Jabz watching from the side, rolling thunder out from iceiceice. Be able to find the line over towards Jabz as well. Won't have the damage to take down Raven, jump forward on towards the Void Spirit. Jabz trying to go for the kill. He's got to be careful. One more jump from Abed will catch him. Jabz, he's hiding, infinite dissimulate. He's gone.
Kill the mine, plus 25. I like how mines are, you know, 25. 25, easy MMR, 25 gold. That was nicely done. I thought that they will not be able to kill like Raid King twice, but the Techies was there, kind of dies for his teammate. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Masaros manages to kill the tier 1 tower. iceiceice will try to do the same thing. Orb of Corrosion still works on the tower overtime damage and the minus armor, but they are a bit limited on the tower damage this game until like Naga Sirens gets big.
Yeah. The pushing potential is definitely better early on for Fnatic if they're able to find opportunities in team fights. Bottom lane Moon Down here on his own. iceiceice and Abed are hunting for him. Rolling Thunder's at the ready. He's got to be careful. iceiceice can get an angle to get in with the ult. So Abed does continue to bait. iceiceice not committing with the Rolling Thunder, knowing that he will be able to jump away with the Remnant.
Chasing, trying to make stuff happen. Moon not lucky with the trusty shovel. Ideally, you want to pick up a bounty room, refill your bottle.
Nice. Actually going to be able to find it with the setup Rolling Thunder, but Moon, he's out with the Remnant. The arrow just off the mark.
From anime, you know, that one does not miss. They can start playing on the bottom as well. I don't think Fnatic will defend. There is a catapult. Pangolin should be able to take this tier 1 tower. Arteezy just keeps farming up. A bit of a lane, a bit of a jungle,
Radiant's
farming that Manta style. We might see, again, a slower game.
There's a Naga Siren, there's a
Radiant's
Techies.
bottom tower has fallen.
Definitely the potential. Be a bit of a longer one, which is going to, you know, game 1 was rather quick, rather brief, so making up for how rapid the first game came to an end. Abed. He's on his own in the jungle. Moon. Abed, nothing more than just trying to interrupt the farming of this Ember Spirit.
We're not talking about tech. How's the most important hero in this game doing? Moon will be able to kill Pangolier. I think there were a couple of mines there as well.
Yeah, just gets with the chains, just commits with the Remnants, blows them up. Able to start burning into the hood. Bit late. And the setup, iceiceice flying back to get involved in this fight. Masaros just down the bottom. Last stop is there for Jabz, but Masaros will get taken down underneath the tower. Jabz now as well by Abed. EG gonna look to try and chase for more. iceiceice Rolling Thunder good to go. All the shards block him off. DJ's able to make sure that the space is there for Moon to get out without iceiceice getting the catch on him. Moon comes back in with the side effect. It's going to be a buyback for Chris. The setup's here, Arteezy. Arrow. The timing he does. The sleep setup into the Remnant, into the arrow. They lock down Moon. And now DJ will also fall as iceiceice protected by the cold embrace of Fly.
That was nice of them. They have a good setup for the arrow. Either like ensnare once Naga Siren gets that, or just a sleep. Vibrant Curse is also a great setup. 2 buybacks. That's going to be costly. Next time they die, they added the seconds to their death timer. It's going to be pretty big. iceiceice not going for like any type of a damage. Usually, from what we've seen, especially 11 Pango, like he goes pretty much always for the same item build. You know, get that Maelstrom to be able to scale. If you don't get that Maelstrom, like you're going to have a hard time pushing out the lanes. You're going to be in the middle of the pack, I would say. But I guess he just wants to be able to, you know, tank cut all the damage.
I mean, this is, as you say, the punishment that will be there for playing with that buyback in that last fight. He gets taken down again, iceiceice. Now he's gone for a minute, and at 13 minutes into the game, that's a long period of time to not be involved.
Yeah, he can just chill. Try to figure out where Techies is placing the mines. Raven might have done. Going into Radiance. Starting to put some more pressure on the mid lane. They also don't have too much tower tech. There's no Necro unit, if there's no Eidolon sprint. Where is he? Not saving his body fly.
He's completely alone at Fly's Fnatic. There's some good kills one after the other, while CG's not put the full squad alive. It is just giving that time for Raven. Still though, Arteezy very far ahead of anyone else in the game. 2k lead. SNY into Orchid.
Okay, this is pretty much the first SNY I've seen on Naga. I didn't see too much of Naga, but the ones that I've seen in Southeast Asia, seen always went for the Manta style because, you know, it increases your farm. You get those extra illusions. You can dispel stuff. Not too many stuff to dispel this time around. Techies, silence, chains, but he's going for status resistance instead. Going into Orchid.
I mean, Genji like that, going for the Orchid on the Naga Siren.
Radiant are scanning.
Maybe they feel they need like another way of lockdown, but going for 2 Orchids. Like Void Spirit's already getting an Orchid, so maybe he could go for something else.
Is under attack.
If he wants to tank up, like Scotty is a good choice. I've also seen him play Nagasar in like Manta style into Butterfly straight away when they have a heavy physical damage. Maybe they think like we don't have enough lockdown, like we need to be able to deal with like Snowball coming up from the Tusk. Enigma will eventually get a BKB, so like that's not gonna matter. Bottom lane, Arrow will connect.
Very nice setup. Have they got enough damage though into the root? It's gonna be close. Stick charge pump from Moon and the Remnant. It's up. He's away. Not quite enough. Controlling damage between the two of them. Meanwhile, up at the top half of the map, Abed's in trouble. Yeah, he's gonna be ticking him down. Shards off the marks. Abed's able to jump down to the low ground with it to simulate.
He's good. He's gonna get out.
Oh, he's away.
That was so close. Yeah, it might be a bit of an overkill getting 2 Orchids. Let's see if he commits for it. He just bought a quarter staff. Could still potentially turn that into Butterfly, but now he's all in as that Oblivion staff.
Oh, crit! He actually lands the arrow there.
That's a solo kill.
Absolutely is there, Moon. He wasn't ready for that at all. Heads down to the low ground, and I guess just so the arrow coming in at a distance that he didn't see it when he was actually up there on the same level as it. And a beautiful shot from Crit catches him out.
You know where those mines are going to be, at least for the tier 1 tower. You know he wants to place them around that tree area. They dewarded Orchid, already done on the Void Spirit. I like how Ember Spirit is, yeah, they have this Orchid. I do not have a way of defending myself. Maybe I'll need to buy a BKB so he is not connect early on, even though he's having a Javelin and a Mithril Hammer, so just keeping the Javelin locked.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Mid iceiceice. Trying to keep the pressure off the tier 1 tower. Bottom lane, EG. They're ready to jump in and look for Jabz. And Abed, he's found himself with the Orchid. It's the Remnant. He's going to have the burst to take down Jabz. DJ unable to save him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Towards mid iceiceice. Try and lead things in onto Raven. Raven has got the reincarnation. Bounces. So they can do it a second time. Chris coming over the arrow. Oh, it's perfectly timed. He manages to land it. Only towards the side flight. Strong Masaros with the curse to make sure that there's no black hole to threaten the rest of EG.
That was such a nice move from Crit. You know, he has pretty much one job, control Enigma. Even when Enigma gets a Blink Dagger BKB, he needs to stay away as further as possible and just cancel that black hole.
The fly. Yeah.
What did I say, Crit? Yeah, fly. Now I'm having some flashbacks from Crit.
Oh yeah, the quick, yeah. I remember. 10 to 10. 18 minutes in. It's a close one. It is.
Radiant's
but,
middle tower is under attack.
As minutes pass, you know, it is a game where Arteezy's Nagasaran feels like it's only going to get further ahead with the speed that Arteezy is able to farm at the map with the illusions. I'll see if Raven is able to catch up once he has the Radiance complete. It's very close to the relic. 3,200 gold onto it.
He's so far ahead of Wraith King. Like, he's getting closer and closer. The relic is going to be 20 minutes, the Radiance Midas. Like, if they manage to kill him one more time, Raven's not getting too much out of the map. It's very hard for also techies to set things up because they have Nagasaran illusions. You know, you have ways to deal with those bombs.
I'll be looking for the setup top. Raven, no on for 30 seconds.
Radiant's courier
Be a little cautious with EG hanging around.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Back up, trying to reset. Get back in with the Invis over. All day Masaros will just drop it straight up onto iceiceice. They'll get the kill, but now they've got to be cautious. He's very low on the mana. Into the Orchid, he's silenced and held in place. Moon, he's going to die for this effort. They may have got iceiceice, but it's a black hole down and also their mid laner down.
This should be a tier 1 tower on the mid lane. They got the Pangos. Seems like iceiceice is playing more of a sacrificial role this time around. You know, he's tanking the spell. Song will still catch Enigma.
And well, indeed, Masaros
with the arrow. Let's see if they can find it. Yes, they can.
Very nicely done. I mean, they have a super solid setup, both the Remnant or the arrow. Either one, it's going to catch whoever gets set up upon by the sleep.
Bomb. Not kill anything.
Didn't hit anything at all. Tips out from Fly as well.
If this was attack is in my top, this is those mines. I can see queuing up the Shadow Amulet. I'm a bit worried. But he's having a good time, you know. He's farming up almost a full Aghanim set done.
Yeah,
It's always very hard to get a good read on a Techies game. Like one mistake, they go for the high ground, they go inside the trees, 2 heroes, they instantly die. Suddenly it's 3 versus 5, they chase you, they get the Roche. That's very hard to predict like what can happen in Techies games.
No, absolutely. Yeah, even though it's 2k lead for EG and Arteezy's as big as he is, we're not quite into that Techies territory that it gets to. When EG do have to try and seize the high ground. Mid lane, set up there. These Orchids certainly getting the job done. He's getting caught out.
He does not have a way of defending himself. At least, you know, he did not go for the Maelstrom, lock that Javelin, so just needs a recipe to buy a BKB. That's going to help quite a lot against 2 Orchids.
Poor Russia.
And they're going to look for Roche EG. With
a lot of
moon in the game.
You know, you have Pango. Pango's very strong in a lot of departments. You know, getting minus armor from the lucky shot, disarm, minus armor from more of a corrosion, riptide, minus armor. What is he sitting at? Just minus 2 right now, minus 13, I believe that's it.
Coming over to contest this is very hard. I mean, very hard to captain that.
Like, you always have it on the better kill corrosion.
No chance of fighting into this around the pit. EG's lineup too strong.
What to talk about is like Tusk, his, you know, shards. It's really not that good this game because they have 1, 2, 3, 4 heroes that can get over the shards easily. So like even if you get a good block off, doesn't really matter that much. Pangolier picking up a Blink Dagger, so it's going to be much easier for him to cut into backline, possibly find Enigma, who still does not have a Blink Dagger.
Mid lane Arteezy, he's diving in onto Jabz. Got the setup, he's going to back away. Doesn't want to stick around too long, but he acts that stats. Jabz is tanky enough to live through the damage of the illusions. Ice, he's looking for the cleanup. He's going in, he's going towards the fountain. Oh. Yeah, he's going to start TPing out. Bit of a wild move there. One of the reasons why we love to see Ice.
Kind of a classic iceiceice.
Just rolling into the fountain.
Rolling in. Knows that he can die. Arrow connects on a Tusk, but there is no follow-up. Aegis on the Naga Siren. They can continue to get the most out of the map. Like Raven, he's involved in 1 kill. That kill was from the laning stage. Has the Radiance, keeps farming up.
How's he doing? It's still struggling to just catch up with how much Arteezy is getting done. This Orchid has just enabled him to get involved. 3, 1, and 4 on the Naga Siren. And also just this sort of mana gen in the year. You never really have to worry about buying clarity. He's just going to be able to keep spamming that mirror image and always have the mana to fight, having enough to use the burn and the ensnare.
Crit, this game has been on point with his rotations, with his arrows. It's not all about him because everyone else needs to set it up, but you need to have a good angle. We've seen a couple of times like Masaros trying to block the arrow from a certain angles with the Eidolons, with the Necro Warriors, but Crit is always there, so pretty much to land it. Naga Siren about to have a hard finish, so that's going to tank her up quite a bit.
They're trying to get the catch on Arteezy. See if they can do it. I'm going to get through the edges. The rest of EG making their way over. Songs available, curses available. Fnatic so very careful about how he gets the same fight. Off the mirror image, Arteezy starting to step away over the backline. Zama just the Lord Jack pulls him back to the members, takes him out. Going to be able to keep Arteezy safe here with the cold embrace. BKB's out from Moon. Iceiceice coming back across. Song comes to an end. Arteezy continuing to retreat, and he's away. They can't chase any further. EG's going to put them around. The curse fly puts the stuff to the black hole. Arrow out onto Raven, over to the side, the silence, and the ensnare catching Moon. Moon will go down. DJ and Raven, they're trying to find Iceiceice. Perfect out to Crit. They put him down with the line. Arteezy and Abed, they're looking to swing back in though. Arteezy picked up the heart. He's healing back up. They've got a rope for that. They're up down to Raven and DJ Raven. He'll fall the one.
First life.
DJ Raven to save him. He can't. The Orchid out again from Arteezy, silencing DJ. He has to run. He's got to be Raven. And DJ cannot fight this.
Nice dodge by Abed.
Abed takes down DJ. DJ over to Jabz. Jabz. Can he do anything to help him? There's any buyback coming out. But Abed's cleaned up the double kill. Over towards Jabz. DJ's brought back for this, but he knows he cannot TP in here. He can do nothing to Jabz as EG
Oh, that was such a nice done by EG. Pretty much the perfect timing. Heart gets delivered in the middle of the fight. The regeneration kicks in. Song to keep him alive. BKB on Ember Spirit. He can deal with that amount of damage coming out because Ember Spirit is not really farmed. Like Fly, he has one job. His job is don't get caught by a black hole and just cancel it with disgust. That's exactly what he did.
Fly might be a little bit dead here. So, hit on him.
Radiant's middle tower is under
They'll be
attack.
able to help him out. Trapped by the shot, but look
the
at that.
RNG. It's not
Arteezy
RNG.
managed to dodge. Wow.
He knew how to use it.
He did. You just got to press the button the right way to guarantee that your illusion's over the shards. You can try at home, but it's very hard.
Yeah,
Very
you
hard
need to press it
mechanic.
like 3 times fast, 2 times slow, then 2 times fast.
Give it a bit of a rub, you know, press the key right and boom, you're over the shot.
Arrow again. That's DJ bought back. He bought back in the previous fight, so he's not gonna have it. Next Roshan may respawn in 3.5 minutes. There's still a couple of towers that EG can go for. Like he's not having like that good of a time anymore because all these mines are being taken away from the Naga Siren illusions. Pangolier is super tanky. Like he can tank most of that damage. He's also bringing something on the courier. That's a full pipe. Yeah, he just wants to tank up.
All right. Oh, Moon caught yet again. I mean, it's too hard to play against these silences. He's still struggling. Even though he has the BKB, they catch him with any of the stuns, the thunder, or the remnant. They've just got enough damage to burst through him before he's able to react. CG now at 10k, 21 to 13. He's have another very solid. Oh, well, the mines do go on, but.
Too tanky with
He's
that
got a
heart.
heart. Yeah, he's going to be back up to full HP in a few seconds.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nothing more than a bit of a tickle.
Dire's bottom tower is
Also, I
under
love
attack.
Fly's build, maxing out Cold Embrace to lower the cooldown, increase the healing, because like he's not dealing damage. He does not need that Arctic burn. Pretty much already said it multiple times. Needs to be able to cancel the black hole. Like Enigma is going for a BKB into Lincoln Sphere. Could be a bit tricky
Radiant's
if
top
he
tower
manages
is
to
under
get to
attack.
that Lincoln Sphere. But eventually,
Dire's
I think they will
bottom
have
tower
another way
is
of
under
stopping it.
attack.
Naga Siren, definitely a hero that wants to buy an Abyssal Blade, so they will have that covered as well.
Some of these neutral items
Radiant's
are
top
teasing,
tower
finding
is
that.
under attack.
The lovely one here for the Naga Siren. Elven Tunic. Incredibly
Dire's
beneficial
bottom
for
tower is
Yeah,
under
one of the
attack.
best ones for sure.
Now, these tier 2s, they can't really defend them, Fnatic. Fnatic's going to have to gear up for that high ground defense. See if they can get something big going. And if Raven's really going to be in a position that he can sort of attend these fights and be any sort of threat. Because so far, he's just not really been able to get involved at all. They're running him down, Abed. They're going to be able to finally catch it. Arteezy's in with a song, and he's in a position that's very hard for the rest of Fnatic to get to. I think Fnatic they're just going to have to bail on him completely. They know that they cannot get here in time to give him any sort of chance on the second line. Oh, unless that blink, wait,
He actually managed to blink out. They don't know where he
I
is.
don't know where he is. Okay. I mean, that's why they didn't come over. Raven was like, don't worry, guys, I got this. And he actually gets out. That's by the whole of EG. Yeah.
Because they were not showing other heroes, and he was like,
Yeah.
I'll go in, I'll try to find the back line, possibly stun something else. You guys got this, right? But
They didn't. So yeah, Raven actually able to live. Very nicely done. ZG still bringing in this mid lane. Ooh, there we go. There, we finally got one.
Oh, look at that gold.
We finally got a 1200 gold.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it's all about.
Radiant's
That
courier has been
is literally the reason why Jabz is playing
Radiant's
techies,
courier
just so he
has
could.
been killed.
I mean, and he did it. He had enough mines. I think that was I think it was 100 to 0.
I think it was.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna see that
All
one
right,
again.
there we go.
It was pretty high.
Yeah, that's the dream for Jabz.
Your hero dies, no one is nearby, but your hero
Yeah.
is dead. Raid King finally level 18, so 40-second cooldown on reincarnation. Iceiceice
Got it.
rolling. checking out if they're invading the jungle.
See if Jabz can pull out some more of those. It's the big stuff. As, there we see it. Steps in and look, a perfectly stacked mine pile. And Arteezy, as soon as he's down, of course, Jabz, he's quick with the all chat on the hero lines. You gotta be. That's one of the key parts of playing a techies. You gotta break your enemies down.
Yeah, you gotta get into their head.
Dire's bottom
And
tower
try to break them. Jump from Abed. They do not want to take this fight. Nagasar out. Roshan is up. Also, Song is up. EG using a smoke. Abed also going for a bit of an earlier E on this. Does not want to die to techies.
Yeah.
Also, that's gonna possibly keep him alive from the black hole. They don't have any nullifiers, and I don't think they will have, because like none of these heroes really love to buy the item. Abed.
Trying to get the jump in onto Moon. BKB's still good to go. The mine's put to waste there. That's Abed.
Most of the time, you would not want to have the first usage like completed. You want to have it disassembled and then assemble it in the team fight. But since you're playing against the techies, like you never know. You might not be able to react. You just straight up die. So it's okay to have it completed. Butterfly will be down on Nagasar in the next couple of seconds. That's a lot of evasion. 16% from Elven Tunic and also the Butterfly. Raid King, also not a hero that likes to buy MKB, but might be able to go for it. Arrow, well, not connect. BKB popped by Moon.
So as to worried about the follow-up that could be coming out if he did get hit. So Arteezy, coming up with the setup. Another arrow is ready. If they've got the setup, they do DJ. They get caught out. iceiceice coming in the point. It's okay, Jabz. They're able to get Abed. Abed has been blown up. Fiji want to keep fighting on without their Void Spirit. I've got to be careful around this area. They're going to be a little bit spooked after losing Abed like that.
When playing against techies, you know certain areas will be mined, so like even if they're not, you're still not gonna go there. Eventually, they will need to pick up a gem. Crit just finished, Fly just finished Ether Lens and the Blink Dagger on Wyvern, so maybe his next item should be the gem to be able to see things. Once Abed is out, they can go for the Roche. Unfortunately for him, he on this was not ready. Actually, Pango despises it because he has enough money. He's like, I'm sick and tired of techies in this game. Boys, let's try to close it out. Yeah, I mean, they've got to be careful. I mean, Jabz he's definitely doing it. Those two kills, killing Arteezy, killing Abed. He can keep this up. Oh, what a nice arrow from Crit. Man, it takes a lot of skill. I don't think they're going to kill him, but still felt really, really good. Going to chase him, but yeah.
I've seen mid.
Not enough damage. Like, he used the arrow while there was Flight of Fist from Ember Spirit. Song mid.
I mean, Raven's going straight up to the high ground. He's trying to get the jump onto Fly. Arteezy having to use the Song to save Fly. EG sort of questioning if they want to actually fight this. Still a few seconds without Abed, so they won't try to force something off the back of that Song. He's used to save Fly.
Arteezy very active as an Siren, like he's involved in 15 out of 22 kills, because he knows he needs to play with the team. They have a great setup. If he ever wants to, quit DotA, those songs were so on point, might start thinking about his music career as well.
Beautiful vocals.
To restore the void within.
Here's the mine sign down, and it's the mines prepared by Jabz. Roshan, a little bit of a spooky space to enter into. Midnight. Tier 2 tower just about to fall. He's trying to do his best to hold on to it as long as he can, but the tower's gone. Masaros waiting, ready with the black hole. Fiji do try from it.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ag's done on Moon, so the Ag's on Moon and on with both Raven and Masaros. They've got some great ways on their cores to get these back lines, try and catch Fly before Fly's able to interrupt the team fight with the curse. They're going in on Arteezy in the mid. On the side, Moon's committed to the BKB, trying to keep the back liners of Arteezy and BG away. Now the curse black hole is coming out. He's in position. He's in the curse. Masaros put the black hole to an end. Masaros will go down, and Arteezy will be able to back up. Nate will be able to get back in, turns for the route onto Raven. The side, BK trying to watch the big bam. Abed jumps in on two of them here. It's both Masaros and DJ want to get back in on this.
Abed still has that Arcane Rune running. I mean, good setup.
As BKB still on 35 seconds, they're in on the movement. In trouble, DJ comes over the snowball, and he's saving the boot, goes down. Just on the blast off Arteezy, both low, and then trapped.
Need to go
By Raven Raven, he's able to take down Arteezy, turns towards iceiceice as well. As the buybacks pay off Fnatic, they'll be able to take the team fight.
They use 2 buybacks. Roshan is up, so they can go inside the pit and try to take this fight. And DZ has a buyback. Pango, no buyback on him. Norana will be out. I'm not sure if EG wants the buyback and try to contest it, but this is a pretty big one.
It would be very risky, yeah. You get Arteezy in, but it's no iceiceice. They may just have to let this one go for Fnatic. The AC done on Raven. Take this down pretty quickly. No curve for 20 seconds, so Fly can't even go for some YOLO play to disrupt this. Fnatic, they're going to get this. Aegis and Cheese, it will be theirs. And despite the lead from EG, Fnatic, they're doing it. They're keeping themselves in the game. And definitely setting up the map in a way that's making it very hard to push this on to the next objective.
EG wants these prolonged team fights where like they get the most out of Winter Wyvern, multiple heals, try to reset Heart of the Wrath region to kick in, but Raven right now is getting pretty big. You know, he's not been very active early on, he's just been farming, but now holding up to Aegis. I'm not sure if they can take him down 3 times. Like, they should be able to control him with some of the spells, especially the disarm coming up from the Pangolier and everything good. But yeah, they should try to go for those who bought back. It's gonna become a bit more problematic. Enigma getting closer to Lincoln's here, then Crit can't just go in. So I want to see some Bashers, I want to see some Abyssal Blades being built, Pangolier going for one, and I believe Nagasarin also going for one, yeah? So they need to have that covered.
Excellent here, Spell Prison. He wants to take down Fnatic. Both Moon and Masaros would like to get their hands on that mid lane. Arteezy going for the setup. Moon, again, just having to use the BKB every time, making sure that he doesn't get chain stunned by any follower after the song.
Radiant are scanning.
Techies, Octarine Core, level 20. Can't wait for level 25. Do you think he picks up the damage or the mine's movement speed?
We'll have to see. I don't know what's meta at sort of this, you know, incredibly high level of the game.
Yeah, I don't know what the meta is, because every single time I join a game, I ban techies.
We can say you abandoned. Oh, techies, that's nice. See ya.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It's one of the most meme-y talents in the game for sure. Like, you see mines running at you, you're like, what's going on?
And you can definitely feel that techies pressure get into it. They can't approach the Hydra, especially now, of course, with the Aegis and Cheese in the hands of Raven. It's a hard move to make. Have to be very, very careful how they approach things against this Fnatic lineup. Despite how big Arteezy is. You know, we are seeing though, with these moments passing, Raven has pretty much caught up to the farm of Arteezy. Recovery has been brilliant for them. Despite the low attendance on the fights, you know, he's been doing his job. He's been hitting the creeps, and he's shooting up that. He's going to have the MKB done very shortly.
He doesn't like to buy that item, but against all the evasion coming out from the Nagasar and the Butterfly, she was also holding the Elven Tunic, now holding the Ninja Gear instead. Like, you need to be able to go through that evasion. 35% is just a bit too much.
I mean, I feel like we might definitely be getting a long one here. I mean, EG, they've just found the dream item, but you always hope for Arteezy would have been opponent out. As he will get that illusionist cape on the Naga Siren. Extremely nice item to be had, the best.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, those items for a certain heroes, I feel like 100% drop rate. Ember Spirit holding on to Spell Prism, has Refresher or queued up.
Fire for BKB here, yeah. So careful. BKB, 7 is like plenty of time. And we'll come to an end. And
he's silenced again, but look at the mines, it's being pinked out. Where's the arrow? Here it comes. That's not bought, he doesn't
Raven comes out of the slide, gets hit by the arrow, taken out by the illusion. That's moved in for 80 seconds. Towards Raven they go. Raven will be able to back off. I mean, you can see it there as well. You know, once he had the BKB, he did have remnants, but you know, EG almost knew they were like, hang on, this guy's bait. Trying to get us to go somewhere. And it was indeed. EG, they play it smart, they don't fall for the bait and take him out at distance.
Yeah, I like that. I think something you did mention, Void Spirit decided to go for Remnant provides a blue side, which is really nice, you know, playing against the techies. They also have the gem, Ice Ice
Radiant's
Ice.
middle tower is under attack.
Who's holding it now? So I saw it was now. Well, what's the gem actually? Oh, it's the Void Spirit who has it. Slow G from EG.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Go on Raven, but of course they never want to fully commit onto this Wraith King. Especially when he's up here on the high ground of the base. Nothing to push on the side lanes, trying to split Fnatic up. So they're, ooh, it's going to be off the mark, not going to catch anything there.
Abed needs to be careful to not like get his E on this proc, so he's not full HP. That's the age regeneration here.
iceiceice is in, that's DJ down. No buyback on DJ. He's out for 90 seconds. CG now with the number advantage. Jump ball from Moon. Tries to get the catch, won't find it. Just crits out. EG, can they get anything more done whilst DJ is down? Still very, very hard to push it to the rest of Fnatic's lineup.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And like Shadow being used here to try and allow them to get sort of an angle that they can jump in. Fnatic by surprise.
Bottom lane, they have a couple of mines, hard to see how many. And they also have a climb.
They're just trying to start things outside of the back. Abed jumps over towards Moon. Puts him back. Arteezy.
Done on Enigma, but there's also
look at Abed!
gets blown up.
It does!
Radiant's
There's also
bottom
gem on the
tower
ground,
is
it's being
under
picked
attack.
out.
It is! Can they get it in time? Who's heading out there? Masaros. Yeah, the courier's been sent. DJ's going to be able to pick that up.
Because they bought that gem earlier on. Like, the one's gonna be ready in the next couple of minutes. But it's still a 900 gold loss for the EG.
And with those kills, yeah, Jabz, he's getting close to 25. Already well through the level 23.
When I said that they need Abyssal Blades on the heroes to deal with the Enigma, the Black Hole, look what Crit has queued up.
I mean, you're absolutely right. That's how much they value the item against Masaros.
Everyone just wants to get like Eon Disc and a bit faster to be able to deal with the Enigma. Like, Verona has a lot of attack speed with the leap, so even if she's like not caught inside of a black hole, she can cancel it before the Abyssal Blade.
No, for sure, you're very...
Like, highly like get combined. Like, they're optimizing stuff nicely against this Enigma. Fly wants to get a refresher. Unfortunately for him, like, there was no Philosopher's Stone dropped in this game, otherwise he might have actually had it. Buys another gem. Crit actually buys a gem.
Yeah, they've got to have this gem against this techies, otherwise it's going to be impossible to play against Jabz.
Refresher done on Ember Spirit, so he has 6 fire remnants, not too bad.
Double damage empowers me.
Also double BKB is going to be very helpful. I hope you guys, you know, went to the bathroom, have enough water and everything, but be sure to get some snacks, because this one seems to be, that's going to last forever.
We have this test on Strategy after the refresher. Pop on Nurse, can get it. Should be able to find the back on board. Masaros to get the knockdown. Turn on the fly, comes to the curve. Hold down range. Arteezy still trapped in through the force, but he's able to put the mirror image. He will get out of there. And flies up and set up the turnaround. They take out both of them. Both Moon and Jabz going down. Jabz will buy back. Take down range the second time. And burst with the reincarnate. Arteezy Abed and crits around him. And that's going to be it's going to be Raven out. He's out for 100. He has no buyback.
Yeah, Arteezy just finds a way how to get stuck. If it's a cliff, this time around, like, he could not get out. There were like heroes all around him, but once again, good Ulti coming out from Wyvern, Fly, always there on time, and now they can start split pushing a bit, see where the mines are.
3 dead.
Radiant's top
EG
tower
should
is
have a
under attack.
pretty solid opportunity here to claim these racks.
Radiant structures
Fnatic then
are
may be up for one final fight, but definitely going to take severe damage to the base. VG coming in with the siege.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
It was a good attempt, you know, sort of throwing everything in onto Arteezy with the black hole, but again, just Fly's positioning. It's always going to have the chance to interrupt things. This time not necessarily cancelling the black hole, but making sure that Fnatic just couldn't find any follow-up after it came to an end. And Arteezy able to live. They top racks, mid racks, they'll sweep over the bottom. Still 40 seconds until Raven's back in. Bottom's a little spookier with the mines out.
They should be able to clean that up. They still have a gem. Void Spirit once again holding it. And Fly with extra range coming out from the Arctic Burst can't deal with the mine, so this should be the mega creep, but you know, it doesn't matter. You have them in the team. Next roach is up. She's Aegis plus a refresher. Like they want to get a refresher in this one. I would say much more value, especially for Mrs. Wyvern's second curse possibly, or just, you know, have the BKBs another song. But I feel like Fly should be the one getting it.
Just making sure that they do their best to carefully close the game up, to take any risks. And Mega's up. It's very much going to be on Fnatic to just rely on this Techie's defense to have a shot at swinging this game around against EG. EG, they're going to do their best to not hand that to them. There's very little chance that Fnatic can get outside of their base whilst CG goes into Roshan. So back to farming.
Now this Roshan is not going to move. They have 3 bashers, disarm. I don't think he wants Bloodthorn done on Nagasine, so that's going to be quite a lot of damage coming from that item. Refresher past to the Winter Wyvern, so he has Refresher Shard, Refresher Orb, 3 Vintage Curses. Good luck against that.
This Wyvern has just been such an excellent pick. We don't normally see it, we don't normally feel it, but especially in an age where we've just seen countless games where Enigma has just been allowed to sort of single-handedly win turn games around. Fly's Wyvern putting a complete stop to Masaros being able to do anything in this game.
EG trying to go in, possibly, you know, end the game, but with the techies, you never know.
Gotta be careful. Raven, jumping in. Sign has been dropped on the mines around these 2 tier 4s. Careful how hard they push in. Arteezy pretty safe, but the Aegis. Try and trade into Raven. Heading back with the Swift Link pretty fast and hard, but Arteezy's got a lot of armor. There's the jump again. Moonlight Shadow, EG setting up behind Arteezy. Raven has to be careful how far he commits. He does not have buyback on. He's going to get jumped. He's taken out the one side, into the ball, wrong side of the sun, falls Raven up to the side. DJ is caught on the front of it all. He will get the snowball off. And they're going to lose DJ almost certainly. The snowball will come to an end now. A blink. DJ actually have a big enough for the building. Raven, just for a second round. He gets back over towards Arteezy, but Arteezy, the damage will just roll on the needle. Arrow takes him down. The arrow won't connect. Raven will start backing off, but EG are doing the damage to tier 4. Arteezy continues to push.
That's the first tier 4 tower down. They can keep pushing. Still Aegis on Arteezy.
Raven trying to get in there. Do have those 2 black ops. Drops can find them. He's got to go for something completely incredible. As he's down 27k already. The jump's been made on the back lines. Arteezy's going to pop the song. 7 move with the Abyssal. Moon, he's got to get out the BKB. He's going to still come to that. Quick save before the time of the arrow hits him. Moon, he's down. He's down. He's down. Uses to give again. Masaros. Goes to the first. They go down to them with the curse. Fly. Puts a stop to it. Again, just stopping Masaros in his tracks. And Masaros does not have buyback. The Enigma's out for 100 seconds. The core ball outside of the base.
I believe that 9 flames from Fly. He has it. 2 of his curses. That's the 3rd one. He actually used the refresher just the second.
as the mines come off.
He kills iceiceice, but these are all mines like they don't have anything else prepared.
As onto the side, Raven trying desperately to defend. DJ, find a little bit of safety inside the snowball. Raven attempting to run. Raven, he's out now, no buyback on him. EG is cool. With that, EG, they'll secure themselves both wins here in the series, 2-0 against Fnatic.
Big W for EG, big W for DotA community. You know, watching the technical moves, I think everyone is pretty satisfied. Great showing from EG. Like, they had some insane timings on their items going in and out. Like, Fly on Winter Wyvern has been amazing. Like, the itemization coming out from